Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I want to talk to y'all about a few things, honey. We got to talk about Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis show. We'll get into it, girl. We also got to talk about Tia Mowry and her girl. She is ready to get this divorce from this man. Okay, it's just what it is, girl. She's ready to go. All right. In addition to that, we also have to talk about Deion Sanders. He said something that when I read the headline for it, I kind of felt like I just didn't like what he was saying based on the headline. So I want to get into the story with you guys, the news article, to see exactly what it is he's talking about, because it sounds like they're saying Deion Sanders would like to recruit kids that only have two parents in the household. Okay. So, yeah, I want to kind of check out his thing and see what that's about. And we also got to talk about Miss Khia, because she decides that she's going to drag Kandi and T.S. Madison as well. And we'll get into the reason why. All right. But first things first, let's go ahead and let's just talk about the situation regarding Judge Mathis, his TV show, as well as the People's Court. Okay. Word has dropped from Variety, and they're saying the Judge Mathis show, People's Court, has been canceled by Warner Brothers. After more than 2 decades, y'all, the verdict is in. Syndicated court staples Judge Mathis and the People's Court will both end their run at the end of this season. Okay, Variety has confirmed Judge Mathis will wrap after 24 seasons, while this most recent iteration of the People's Court wraps after its 26th season. I wish Judge Mathis would at least been able to get one more year under his belt, making it 25 years. Now, keep in mind, I do believe that like once somebody cancels with one network doesn't mean they won't get picked up at another network. Somebody else may pick them up, right? Or like Judge Judy, she left her show, but then I believe she moved to doing her own thing over there on Amazon Prime or something. So that may happen with Judge Mathis, or as he's getting older, he might decide that he's just going to do away with it and just really enjoy the rest of his life with his family. He does have a reality show. I'm not sure how those numbers did. I didn't get a chance to watch, although that was my plan, but I didn't get a chance to watch. Y'all let me know if y'all watched the reality show and if you enjoyed it, if you'll watch it again for another season. Leave those thoughts in the comment section. But yeah, unfortunately, the show is leaving. Here's the other thing about him leaving from Warner Brothers. When you go to another network or another platform or whatever, sometimes how your show was set up over there may not be how it's set up at the new place. So he may not get a good following, or, you know, even with People's Court, they may not get a good following. They may not. I mean, they may not. We'll have to see. Kind of like with Paternity Court. When she left, I don't think she could do Paternity Court anywhere else. I'm not sure, but she went on to do We the People. The setup is completely different than Paternity Court, which I'm sure was done on purpose, but I do wish at least the court setting was a little different than what they have the layout looking like. But either way, I mean, I guess she's getting some views because a lot of people do love, a lot of people do love Judge Lauren Lake for sure, right? But it is a different vibe. A lot of people I see in the comments still say, can you please go back? Can you please go back? You know, the Paternity Court. No, ever since they received that Emmy Award for Paternity Court, and that white man got up there on the stage and spoke and kept speaking and did not let nobody else talk, not even her, and y'all won the award based on her face. Yeah, it seemed like it went like a little bit downhill, because he was wrong for that girl. He rushed up there to the stage, grabbed that award, and he was on the one talking. I'm sure he was really excited, and that's why he did it. But at the end of the day, you didn't do it by yourself, so you shouldn't have gave your speech by yourself. But that's just what that was, okay? But all in all, y'all know I like to do my reviews and stuff, or reactions, shall I say. I like to watch the Judge Mathis show with my people over on Patreon, so we are going to continue to do that. Paternity Court as well. We'll do that. And then, of course, We the People and whatever other judge shows I feel like watching, So, yeah, I'm going to miss Judge Mathis, but I'm so glad he has a lot of years, a lot of seasons under his belt, to where I could go back and just watch any of them. And a lot of times I see some cases that I've already seen like a while ago, and I kind of already know how it's going to turn out. But when I watch the show, it's kind of like I never saw it all over again. It's kind of like fresh all over again. So, I do appreciate that. I hate hate that it's being canceled. But good things can't last forever. At least he got 24 seasons out of that. So shout out to him. And People's Court wasn't bad either. I enjoyed People's Court. Girl, I didn't always agree with the people's rulings and stuff like that, girl. But I mean, it was a cute show for what it was. Okay. What else are they saying? Both shows come from Warner Brothers Unscripted Television in association with Tele Pictures Productions and were distributed by Warner Brothers. So with all of Warner Brothers having so much control over it, girl, they definitely not going to be able to take this somewhere else. But he can go and create a completely different show on another platform, and he still be the judge of that. So we'll see. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that, okay? Definitely hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about that, okay? In the meantime, I want to go ahead and I want to move on. I want to talk about Deion Sanders, okay? Let's get into him. They're saying Deion Sanders looks for dual parent homes in quarterback recruits, a single mama household, and defensive linemen. Something about that don't make sense to me. It's giving discrimination just a little bit, but let's try to understand his logic. All right. They said when asked whether recently retired quarterback Tom Brady's, I don't care about that. Let me scroll down and see, okay? Let me scroll down and see. All right, let's see. Sanders says he looks for certain attributes in offensive linemen, but his criteria are different from the defensive side of football. Defensive lineman is totally opposite. Single mama trying to get it, he's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He's trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight, and I want him to just go get it. It's a whole different attribute that you look for in different positions, and we have that stuff just chronicled. We know what we want, and we go and we get it. I am so confused. He says we're not recruiting just no ordinary Tom, Dick, and Harry. We recruited some guys that can light up the scoreboard and prevent touchdowns from occurring. We're coming. We're serious about that. Hopes is in the house. Hope is in the air. Hope is in the city. Hope is in the community. But Deion, you still not making sense like that. I'm trying to understand this particular logic though. I'm trying to understand this logic because it's not making sense to me. And this was reported from Fox News. So let me see if there's any other news outlets reporting on this because I just don't think he makes sense. I really don't. Because, I mean, you might have a great quarterback. I feel like you might have a great quarterback that may have came from a single mama household. Like, I feel like a lot of kids that came from a single parent household, whether it's a mom or a dad, I just feel like the hustle may be a bit different. Not to discredit those with a two parent household, but I feel like the hustle is different because the struggle is different. So I'm not really understanding his logic on why he would choose one over the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't matter because for me, it still kind of sounds like you discriminate just a bit. And I'm like, I wouldn't like that. If I was a mama of a 5-kid dad was a QB, and you mean to tell me you finna pass up my child because this other okay player, similar stats or whatever, got a 2-parent household? Like, no. I don't like that at all. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? He says, well, we have different attributes. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. Now, quarterbacks are different. We want mother, father, dual parent. We want the kid to be a 3.5 GPA and up because he has to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all because he has to be a leader of men and so many different attributes in what we look for when we see a quarterback. So when you say that, it's not making sense to me. So you feel like because a person comes from a 2-parent household, they're going to have a GPA of 3.5 or more, they're going to be smart and they're going to make good decisions on and off the field. I know so many kids that got 2-parent households that is trash, okay? That do not make good decisions at all. All right. And I also know some kids that have single parent households. And because of that situation, they had to operate in a certain manner. OK, yeah, the struggle was real, but also they knew they had to be on their P's and Q's about certain stuff, too. So I think it definitely depends on the parenting, because a lot of times kids come from these 2-parent households, but one of the parents is strongly inactive. One of the parents is not even present for real. And it's no disrespect, girl. But when I think about Love and Marriage DC and I think about Quick, and how Quick is always busy, but the main primary parent, in my opinion, in the household is the wife, which is Ashley. It's so many of those households that exist. And I'm not saying this about Quick, but some men are not as attached. It just looks good to say, oh, we still married or whatever. Some of the dads probably not even that heavily into football and probably don't even care, but because that's something that the kid wants to do, the mom or whoever, they make sure that they just pay for it, let him go do his thing, whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, is it me, y'all? I could be tripping, but I feel like that's a bit discriminatory. And to me, okay, they said Coach Prime likes to have a quarterback whose father coached football. Okay, who which got an amused smile from a certain person or whatever. Let's keep going. They're saying, he said different positions are different, like O lineman. I look for dual parent homes, a strong father that they adhere to, smart kid, at least 3.3 and above, tough and physical. Now, as I'm reading more of this, some of it makes sense and then some of it don't. As long as he's not out ruling the kids that came from a single household. Because here's the thing, their uncle may be a very important person in their life that has helped them get to where they are when it comes to that, and some of the uncles may have stepped up and played that fatherly role if the dad wasn't there. So I just won't want those kids to be discounted. But it sounds like also, to me, what I'm reading is that Dion sounds like, to me, he wants somebody that's also going to be on those kids' heads outside of just him. And he also wants somebody that's going to be able to truly respect authority and stuff when it comes to them playing on the field and really having an understanding and a love for the game, So that's what it sounds like he wants to. He doesn't want to be the only person involved in their life if they have their dad that's either a football coach or heavily involved in some capacity, then that's a good thing that he wants to attach himself to, because he doesn't have to be the only person along with the coaches being on that person's head. You have a family member as well. So I think he should open that a little bit and consider some people that may not have their dads, but they have a strong male figure in their life. And maybe he won't outrule them. He's just letting us know what it is that he really looks for in a person. But when I read the headline right out the gate, I said, oh, hell no, girl, what's going on? Is this discrimination? What's happening? So that's pretty much the gist of the article. Okay, he just looks for certain different things in different types of players. And my whole thing is, I just already told y'all, as long as it ain't no discriminatory action going on, just consider everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, don't rob somebody, a single mama or a single dad's child, honey, of an opportunity. Okay, don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. We don't play like that. We don't play like that. All right. But anywho, I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about the Deion Sanders situation and how he goes about choosing certain kids for positions based on, their family dynamics. Okay. That's all that I got on that. Let's go ahead and move on. And I actually want to talk about Miss Tia. Tia and this husband, I told y'all she's ready to get the hell on, all right? Tia Mowry and her estranged husband, Corey Hardick, are getting close to finalizing their divorce settlement because Tia went ahead and handed over those financial records, okay? The sooner you get them financial records, the sooner we can get this stuff moving along. So let's hope that Corey put all his financial stuff up there too. Some part of me is like, girl, why do we need to talk about financial records if, girl, he not getting no money? I'm not asking you for child support or anything. Like, I'm not asking you for spousal support. You already know I was the breadwinner. Like, he ain't getting none of my coin. Like, why do you need my records? What you need that for? Why you need to see what I worked so hard for to divide it up to give it to this man? No, ma'am. But let's keep going. They're saying, according to court documents, Tia has informed the court that she has turned over all required bank and tax statements to Corey. Girl, I'm cringing at this. All right. I mean, it doesn't mean he's going to get anything, but that's just how I feel. All right. It says, in addition, Tia has provided her ex with a list of her income and expenses per month. Okay. The move signals the two are at the tail end of their negotiations and the case will soon come to an end. Okay. Now, her turning over her tax stuff could be to see whether he got to pay her, which I doubt. Because I truly do believe that she was the breadwinner. But I just don't feel like he should get that. I don't think he should get nothing. I don't. I just don't feel like he should, okay? But again, she filed for a divorce back in October after 14 years of being together, all right? The actress was honest with her fans. She said, I wanted to share that Corey and I have decided to go our separate ways. These decisions are never easy and not without sadness. We will maintain friendship as we co-parent our beautiful children. I truly do wonder if they have a friendship. I do. I wonder if they really do have a friendship. I wonder if Corey has already moved out or if Tia is allowing him to stay on one side of the house or whatever, which I would not be surprised if she's doing because this is also going to be a big transition for her children. So she might let him slowly ease his way out. But Tia, girl, you better not give me no Robin Dixon. I'm just letting you know you better not give me no Robin Dixon. Okay, now if you ready to leave, you be ready to go. Don't be sitting over here trying to have this man staying up in this house because he ain't found nowhere to stay or whatever, girl. And then we look up a decade to pass, y'all still living together as if y'all was together. And then next thing you know, you done got engaged, and then we still over here waiting for you to turn around and get married, only to find out he was over there sliding out and entertaining somebody else, girl. Okay, so don't fall down the rabbit hole of Miss Robin Dixon, Miss Tia. Okay. Let that man go ahead and scoot on out there and spread his wings and find his home, period. We hate to hear it. I hate that, she is divorcing, but I'm all here for whatever going to make her happy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So either way, congratulations and good luck. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. All right. Now, I do not have an image for these individuals, but do I really? You guys already know who they are. Okay. That will be Kandi Burruss, T.S. Madison, and Miss Khia, Thug Mrs. All right. Now, y'all remember T.S. Madison and Khia used to have this show together that they did on YouTube, which was iconic. It was everything. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I used to get my kiki and cackle, if not that night, the next day at work. Like, oh, I enjoyed it so much. It was hilarious, right? Well, there was a particular scene where Khia kind of dragged Kandi. And if you've been following Kandi on Instagram, you would see that she's been doing a lot of remakes of different things that have gone viral. And she's just really been keeping it real fun on her Instagram, just dressing up, costumes, doing whatever she wants. She's been showing her range over on Instagram, and we have been enjoying it. And recently she did a video of T.S. Madison and Khia, where she pretty much mocked Khia. I am going to play some of that, okay? And understand, this got around. Khia learned about it, and when Khia learned about it, Khia dragged about it, okay? But let me go ahead and get that up on the screen so that we could check it out real quick. All right, let's go ahead and get that up. And this is what Kandi, it's going to be a clip of the Khia and T.S. Madison throwback. Then we're going to go into the Kandi doing her thing, okay? So let's do it.
That's on the case, on the docket is escape.
Again?
Yes, bitch, you keep writing their name.
The people, everybody wanted to know that it was an escape new 2 singles shots at Kandi and T.I.
All right, the next on the case, on the docket is escape.
Again?
Yes, bitch, you keep writing their name.
The people, everybody wanted to know that it was an escape new 2 singles shots at Kandi and T.I. Did y'all hear escape 2 new singles? They're not really on the docket tonight. We just really asking questions because they done had their season finale. One of the girls apologized. Did you think she was sincere?
I did. When I watched the finale, I did think that they were sincere because she was crying and carrying on.
She said God can do all
things. They had Karen Clark up there saying, yeah.
The Clark sisters came to show y'all hoes how you really supposed to sound. And since you say that God can do and change all things, we hoping that he can shrink Kandi. But God, please pray that we're going to ask Kandi to pray to shrink her.
What makes you think Kandi got a big like that?
I'm just saying, it's been through a lot. I guess money can't do all things because money cannot shrink you whole. I don't care how much rejuvenation you get. The miles don't go nowhere on the old car. You can put a new motor in it, but it still look like an old car. You can repaint that hole, and it's still going. You can put candy paint on that hole, Florida candy orange paint, and hold that. It's still gonna be a 1969 Oldsmobile. But we gonna congratulate you for singing baritone on Broadway.
What's she saying?
Baritone. Every man wants a.
Wait a minute, what it is?
Every man wants a.
Wait, how I go?
Every man wants a woman.
Oh no,
girl! So I ain't gonna throw you too much hate because you do get coin, girl. Broadway called you, and you singing baritone on Broadway, and Kandi gonna be on the road slinging that. Todd, you gotta put a mother GPS on Kandi.
A kept woman.
She a kept woman, but put a GPS on that because Kandi, she like them old young.
You know what? Before we move on to the next case, let's have a word of prayer for Kandi. Let's go.
You always praying.
I do.
Mary taught you well.
She did. She told me to pray for everything.
Okay.
Father God, we come to you right here on the Queen's Court. Lord, we ask you to please let our judgments and sentences be fair. It has been brought up that Khia has said that Kandi is big as her tour bus.
Wide as all outside.
Lord, we are asking you right now to fill the gap
is hell.
in between that big
in the dryer 1 too many times.
Lord, we
It's the person in the back laughing
to
for me.
the old lady
Freeze it,
game.
Lord, so we can be
They
stuck
laugh
in time.
always
Put
made
that
me
big
laugh.
in the freezer and let it shrink up.
Let that go back to the future, Lord, because they got a horrible past.
Lord, give us the strength in this sentencing, Lord, to let it be carried out. We want to put her on probation, but Lord, we know everything is in your hands. So we just asking, we coming to you, Lord, as a friend. For a
The
friend.
connection breaking. I think the Lord said this matter is too big even for him.
All right,
The
amen.
connection is breaking.
Okay.
Kandi, we gonna come out and see the show. We gonna support you.
Yes, because we do support our
Don't
black
let
girl.
us hear about you cheating on Todd down there while you on Broadway, because you know how you do.
With a man or a woman?
With a man or a woman.
That's on the case.
So that's what pretty much happened, okay? Now keep in mind, in my personal opinion, I feel like Kandi did this just to, make fun, laugh. I do not think this was a shot at Khia at all, okay? I understand why Khia may feel like she was taking a shot at her because she dressed up like her and everything, but that really was the whole point of doing this, right? But I want to hear y'all thoughts because y'all may feel like Kandi was wrong, but let me know your thoughts about it. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead and move over to what Miss Khia had to say. And before we get into it, I definitely have to shout out the North Carolina beat, okay? Because he definitely be bringing it, all right? He's definitely one of my sources now that I kind of check out to see like what else is going on that I don't know about, and I appreciate that. So y'all definitely make sure y'all follow him over on the YouTube, Instagram. I think he on Facebook as well, but I typically catch him on YouTube and Instagram. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it and see exactly what it is that Khia had to say. But hold on. He says Khia even roasted T.S. Madison for sitting beside Kandi after Kandi and her crew told security that Khia and T.S. Madison had items before they were set to perform. And I do remember that. They were supposed to perform with Tamar Braxton, and because of the things that was said on social media and things like that, that clip that we saw, it was said at the time that that Kandi was like, she didn't want them on the stage because it was like a lovers and friends or like a throwback type of thing. I think Escape was supposed to form Tamar Braxton and some others, and they were supposed to be Tamar's guests, but Kandi and them, it was some issue and they would not let her on. And then after that, that's when I believe Khia really started to drag her like for real. But let's go ahead and get into what Khia had to say though.
I give you an A for effort, Kandi girl. You tried, but them roasters was coming so fast, Gaggle, you couldn't keep up, Gaggle. You had too many delays in your roast, but it was cute though. I gagged, Gaggle. Let's talk about it. But honey, just like you can't memorize them words to them songs, you couldn't memorize that gag. Too many delays in your roast, but I'm glad to see you finally realize that it was a gaggle, instead of trying to make people seem like I be hating. You finally getting it. I'm glad. But you, man, you such a and ain't got you kiss more and suck more. You know you a whole sitting next to a hoe that put the police on both of us. Talking about I had a gun, you man whore. It's the same who threw your mammy out of the Phyllis Arena, bitch. You forgot? Threw you out on your hard ass. Anything for clout, child. You bitches is broke as fuck, y'all. I give you an A for effort, Kandi girl.
Let
You
me
tried.
Go to the next one. Hold on one second.
Still trying to ride off the queen pussy lips for entertainment because y'all ain't got none of y'all. A girl, Gaggle. Let's talk about order. Thank me. Make some money. Per usual, whore. Y'all hoes want to be friends bad, but I never will be friends from under the stack. I don't hang with freaks and freak hoes that come out at night and during the day. Just suck my toes and beg my pardon some more. Mandy, you get the big toe and candy yams. You get the pinky toe and get the and I mean suck it like you be sucking them in the basement. Don't stop sucking till I tell you to stop.
Whoa.
Gag order. Everybody know who the real entertainer is, no matter how much you hoes copy and steal. Everybody know that this gag is for you. We need to remind you that thou shalt not steal, impersonate, or professionally borrow. Y'all learn, yeah, especially you, man. You nothing ass whore still chasing the same thing that neither one of you can have. I'm the queen pussy lips that still trying to ride off the queen pussy lips for entertainment because y'all ain't. I'm not gonna allow you bitches to suck. Kandi wanna eat my and Mandy wanna my whole drop. Too bad I ain't a like y'all. I will not be in the basement. Tired assholes always chasing fame and clout because y'all ain't got shit else going on.
What is that?
Child. While you sitting up there worrying about me with the same who had you and your mammy put out that tired ass show in 2022, you still don't remember. You think I forgot? You fake tired and through and delayed. But I'm gonna let you continue to follow the lead. All you bitches can do is copy and steal from a real queen, because you two will never be queen. Gaggle, you always be a man and a with bed bugs. That's why Todd don't want you while you in there flipping off sex toys and off doors when door about to fall the down. Kandi, a girl, we the people love to see that you're so inspired by a real queen, because the one you have at home don't want your through random coughing and sneezing. He won't dog want. I'm not gonna allow you bitches to suck. Kandi wanna eat my and Mandy wanna my whole drop. Too bad I ain't a like y'all. Child, why you worried about impersonating the queen? You need to redo your tired ass man. Child out here trying to fight in clothing stores. Redo that. Have you forgot? Yeah, go to the rest of Extinct. No longer wants to hear every man wants a woman. So now you down there with Mandy in the basement because the rest of your friends and your husband don't want, to be around the floor. You gotta, get some help from the queen. Out here swinging from with your big out of shape about to the door down, Candy Yams. A poor excuse for a wife and a mother child. What a tie and through somewhere ashamed. And please stop with the toy videos, because ain't nothing sexy about you. You have zero appeal, Kandi. Girl, if I see one more motherfucking video, you better hire some models to do. Some tired Tyler Perry wigs looking like your old mammy from the front and the back, like you just got off the toilet with the face. Said a child, why you worried about impersonating the queen? You need to redo your.
Oh, child. This is pretty much a statement that appears to look like T.S. Madison from like back in the day. I want to say it says, okay, here's y'all New Year's tea. The Queen's Court was a guest of Tamar's show tonight. The escaped cunts. Told security we had weapons in an attempt to get us kicked out. Vince stepped in. We got dressed and we were waiting to go on with Tamar. I'm assuming escape girls wanted us gone and we didn't leave, so they continued to press down on Tamar so she could not do the performance with us. So Vince asked us if we wanted to stay and watch the show, and we said no. We not here for them hoes. We here for Tamar, and we left in our limousine that was taken care of by Tamar and Vince. So to the homosexual who fetches those hair and soda pop, like I said, know your tea like you know your status, child. So this is what Miss T.S. Madison said a while back, okay, when they were having the issue or whatever. But it also kind of, I feel like that may be why Tamar also recently came out and seemed like she was more so in support of Carlos when it came down to Kandi mentioning on House of Aaron's video that Carlos kind of stole their story or something like that when it came to Escape, stole their biopic story or something. And Tamar came to the front and said, Todd ain't have to steal nothing. So I wonder if it has a lot to do with this particular situation that went down with Khia, T.S. Madison, and the ladies of, or at least Miss Kandi. I would think the ladies of Escape, but Kandi, and then now as you fast forward, T.S. Madison and Kandi are in a video together. I don't really see nothing wrong with them doing a video together. Like, that's where people were, and they just grew to a different space. It happened in 2018, and at some point they probably had a conversation, realized it was a misunderstanding or whatever the case was, and they all good now, so they did a video. But all in all, Khia just pretty much read down, and I was a bit shocked, girl, but not really shocked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she definitely went in. I want y'all to go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below. I doubt Kandi will respond to her. I don't think Kandi really needs to respond for real. She said what she said, she did what she did, and Candy's probably gonna move on. Now, if somebody asks her about it in the interview, I'm sure Candy's gonna address it, but as far as just like responding to her, I doubt that's going to happen. But y'all go ahead, leave your thoughts and comments down below. That's all that I have for you guys at this time for the quick chat, honey. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.